Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Has anybody ever had technical issues before?
Yeah, sorry for the wait.
Raise your hand. Oh my God, we all have. Thank you. Thanks for being patient with us. It is 2:30 already. So I'll just jump in and be really loud so people out in the hallway can hear that we've started. Oh my gosh, we're having so much fun. Everybody clap. Woo! Thanks for joining us. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm like shaking a little bit because I'm like, oh my gosh, the AV's not working. But we're here now. So hi. We are Game Raven Review. I know, big surprise. And this is our very first panel. We are hosting 2 other panels this weekend, and they are both really wonderful. Saturday night we're doing Ridiculous Indies, which I highly recommend if you like indies and if you like ridiculousness. And our final one is on Sunday, and we're talking about mental health and physical health in gaming. So highly recommend that one as well. However, right now it is about being social. And I don't know about you, but being social is hard, but I like it. And it's so much easier when you have a good game to play. And if you're like me and all of us, you like indies, and so we're always looking for multiplayer indie games to play. We host a Raven party every Sunday night on Twitch, which brings me to, if you would like to follow us on Twitch or anywhere else, we have a little QR code up on the screen. I'm not sure if it's exactly working, but I guarantee if you either Google or search Game Raven Review, you're gonna find us somewhere. So, with that said, I have a couple wonderful people with me who are on our team. Let's start with you. Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm just chilling, hanging out. Hello, everyone. My name is Taz. I am the Twitch team lead as well as the podcast producer here for Game Raven. Also a streamer for it as well, and doing a couple other things like writing reviews and whatnot. But that's kind of my main title.
Yes. Who else do we have here?
And I'm Dark Isle. Is the mic right here? Okay. I'm Master of Operations for Game Raven, and also a streamer as well. I stream Thursdays, and then also we do the Raven Party on Sundays with Taz.
Yeah. So, thanks you guys for being here with us. I want to talk a little bit more about who we are as Game Raven, just so you have some context as to why are we here, why are we up here, and why are we talking to you. We have a couple core values. So we are really passionate about indies, especially underrepresented indies. You will find in the industry, if you like indies at all, it is a whole ocean right now. It's super popular. And the hardest part of indies is finding good games and games that are worth supporting. And so our mission is to bring to you all of the overlooked and underrepresented indie games out there, mostly by solo developers or really small teams that are definitely worth your time. So we have over 20 reviewers on our team, and we have a few of us here. So if you see anybody with a Game Raven t-shirt, please say hi, talk to us, tell us about what your favorite indie game is. And we have, of those reviewers, they're writers, there's streamers, there's content creators and editors, and some devs, actually. And overall, we're just really excited about indie games. So that is who we are. We do have a weekly podcast, and we do have live streams every day of the week. One of us is streaming indie games. So lots happening here at Game Raven, so tune in for sure. So that's us, for sure. And I think I did it backwards, but hello. I am Puppet Master N. This is our handles. This is Taz T Devil 3, and over on the other side is Dark Isle. Yes. So here's our socials in case you want that. Again, you can also just go to our website. You can see our faces are on there. So if you're like, who is that blue-haired chick that I saw? You can just go look at me on, the internet. All right. I know we have a main segment, but before we do that, I'm going to break the ice a little bit. And in our Discord, every day we have a question of the day. And today's question was, in your opinion, what is the most ridiculous Pokemon and why? So think about that for a little bit. We're going to start with, who are we starting with? I have to look at my notes. Oh,
Sure, it's me.
Matt, who's your first Pokemon? What is the most ridiculous Pokemon in your opinion?
It's definitely Driftbloom. For the fact that right here it goes in the sun entry. Stories go that it grabs the hands of small children and drags them away to the afterlife. It dislikes heavy children. So just be heavy and you'll be good to go.
Wait, back up, what? It doesn't like heavy children?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like pulling them away.
Oh my
It's one
God.
creepy balloon.
I mean, I get that, totally. I think you have another one too.
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it is Bayonet. This one, Bayonet is a dark gray doll-like Pokemon that possessed by pure hatred. It has 3 short spikes. Well, getting right to it, the fact is the original owner discarded it, and it wants to have a vendetta, and that's why it created all this creepiness. Wants to go after and hunt the original owner that discarded it. So it's pretty dark.
So, okay, back up.
Is it
Your
like
2
all of them?
Pokemon are Driftloon and Bayonet. You chose the creepiest 2.
Oh yeah, it's the weirdest Pokemon. So
Cool. Taz, I'm kind of excited for yours. What is this? What did you bring to us?
I picked a penguin with an ice cube on its head. Ice cube, if you will, is literally, that's what it is. It's a penguin, and it gets too warm, so it builds a ice cube on its head. And it's, I think its premiered game was Sword and Shield, and its ability is Ice Face, and it literally was what it's called. It's a solid ability because it, when it takes a hit, it crushes the ice, and it doesn't take any HP. And because of the weight loss on the ice cube, its special speed, I think, goes up, which is cool. But then, what's under the ice cube is just this little oval freaking penguin. It's literally just a penguin.
It does
and
look
it's
really
a little.
weird.
It gets too warm, and it's just it's a little whack, a little ridiculous. Not a fan. Not a fan.
I remember, I think you were playing day before yesterday.
Yeah.
And I just glanced over because we started playing Sword and Shield again because
Just
there's
get
a
hyped
lot
for
of
Scarlet and Violet.
yeah, we're trying to get hyped, and we've already played through Arceus and everything, so now we're back again to Sword and Shield, and I look over and I see this little ice cube with this little tiny head, and I'm like, what did you do to that Pokemon?
Freaking hit it, dude.
Oh my God, amazing. You had another one too.
Yep.
Didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you choose Frostlass?
So Frostlass really got me curious about it when I was playing Legends Arceus, because of it's a cool Pokemon. But then when you dive deeper into the Pokédex, it's not even a mythical or legendary Pokemon. All the Frostlasses are female, and the Pokédex says that it's a spirit of a woman who died in the cold tundra, the mountains and whatnot, and then its soul possessed an icicle. And because it's not a mythical or legendary Pokemon, it makes me wonder: are all Frostlasses is that it? Are they just dead souls of women who have died and then?
Yeah, is this a normal thing? Do
Yeah.
women just go up and die?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Not trying to find out because if you encounter a Frostlass and it likes you, according to the Pokédex, it'll turn you into a frozen Funko Pop and take you to its den and just put it on its little shelf, ooh, I like that, and go off and do its own thing. So, because it's a ghost ice type, and it freaks me out. It's just the lack that it's not legendary or mythical makes me just freaked out and makes me not want to hike ever.
Okay, why did you guys choose the creepiest Pokemon for this
They're
answer?
ridiculous, dude.
they're the ridiculous ones.
Oh my gosh, mine are not creepy. Well, you could say. My first one, before I show it, when I saw this Pokemon, and I love Pokemon, okay? I've been playing Pokemon since I could hold the controller, okay? I started to lose faith in Pokemon. It's to me, it was when the styles of Pokemon started to get super whack, you know? What is this? Pokemon. What is happening here?
Oh, no.
It's adorable? Did you say it's adorable?
He looks so happy,
No,
right?
I think it looks super dumb.
What
I'm
could go
sorry.
wrong?
I just think it looks dumb. Like it has one tooth. It has one tooth. Okay. Also, okay. Oh
It's
my.
trying its best.
You know, okay, maybe I see that. I don't know. Mind you, my favorite Pokemon are like the big dragon types. So, I mean, I understand how I couldn't, like, you know. But it also, so it also reminded me a lot of Zubat. I'm like, it's just Zubat, but like dumb looking, okay? But the difference is that Woobat has eyes.
No way.
So you see those like W's? Those are eyes underneath the fur. And if you just Google like Woobat eyes, don't do it. Actually, don't do that. Not a good recommendation. No. So that was my first ridiculous Pokemon. I think it's so funny you guys are like, that's not ridiculous, it's so cute. Maybe I'm just weird. My second one, Machoke. Okay, so here's why. Okay. So I'm straight up like, I'm streaming, what game? Arceus. I was streaming Arceus, right? And someone in my community was watching and they didn't know about Pokemon at all, okay? Like no context. They come in and they're like, is that a human man? And I was like, I guess, yeah, because like I grew up with Pokemon, right? Like I seen Machoke and I'm like, oh, it's Machoke, like it's normal. But to like an adult coming in to Pokemon, they're like, what, you're fighting a human man? Okay. Also, there are some memes that say, Dark Kyle, you say it.
Oh God, the meme where it's cuddling with a Pikachu, great. Cuddling with a Machoke, not good at all.
I almost put that up on the screen, but I was like, well, maybe not. Have fun looking this up. I know, right? I'd do it. So anyway, those are our Pokemon. It's kind of a small group right now, so I kind of want to open it up to you guys. If you want to just like shout out a Pokemon that you can think of that's just ridiculous to you.
Spoink.
Spoink is super weird too.
Super cute.
Yeah.
Bounces. If it stops bouncing, its heart stops. It legit
Yep.
has to use the potential and the kinetic energy of the bouncing to keep its body working.
That's terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. Is it an electric type? It's not.
No, it's psychic. It's psychic.
You would think it would figure that out, you know? Oh my gosh.
If it was electric, maybe it wouldn't have these.
I know, right? Yeah. Jeez. Anybody else have a weird one? No?
Cast form, it's just a bubble salad.
Yes! I know, it's so strange. Oh my gosh, there was another Pokemon I wanted to put up that's kind of like that. And it just looks like a fetus, like a floating fetus, and it like drags you into nightmares or something. And I'm like, Pokemon, what are we doing, Pokemon? I think that was the same generation as Woobat, so. Yes, I think so. Yeah, it's like fairy type or whatever. Yeah, fairy and psychic. So we also asked our community this again in our Discord. We asked, questions of the day, and here were some of their answers. There's Klefki. It's just a keyring that loves master keys for some reason. This Pokemon is basically just a keyring. And what was our other one was, the ghost tea one with the really long leg. Does that say legs? Really long legs? Oh my God, it does look like it has long legs. Oh my gosh. Like, what does it look like? It's inside the tea. Oh, it could be really round too. Huh. I bet you there's pictures of, you know how there's like pictures of Diglett? Like all of Diglett? I bet you there's pictures of all of this Pokemon too. Again, don't recommend Googling that. Yeah. The ice cream one, classic. Everybody thinks of, what is this? Vanillish? Vanillish? We got a Pokemon Master back here.
Yeah,
I love it. Because it's a freaking ice cream cone. This was my favorite answer at the bottom. This was from our podcast host, Sam, who sadly could not join us this weekend. He said, that garbage bag Pokemon who doesn't even deserve for me to look it up its name. I'm like, oh, and then look at its name is Trubbish, everybody, and I like it. I think it's very cute. If you ever play Pokemon Snap, didn't anybody ever play the new Pokemon Snap? Okay, so there's a Trubbish on top of one of the picnic benches that you can take pictures of, and it's just so cute. It's a piece of trash. And I get it. I'm a piece of trash. Like, I know what it's like. Anyway, there we have it. Yes. It's a relatable Pokemon, okay? There we go. Thanks for participating in that weird question of the day, you guys. As you know, Pokemon is an indie game. And it's also multiplayer, and it's been a wonderful game in my life. If you're wondering why I just said that, by the way, we do have an entire podcast about what the heck does indie mean, and you can find out why I think Pokemon is an indie game. Anyway, a little plug for our podcast. What are we here for? We're here for
We're here for the party.
We're here to hang out.
we're here for the party. Yes. Oh, that's later.
All right.
No partying now. We're being serious
4
now.
p.m. Yeah. Room 110.
4 p.m.
Whiskey social.
Whiskey.
Social.
We're supposed to be
right after
PG-13,
this.
I think.
Yeah, it's still
Oh, my
PG.
bad. Just don't
Anyway.
drink it. It's fine. Just don't drink it.
I'm not shooting anymore right now, so.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, technical difficulties, everybody. So we're here to talk about social games. Like I said before, indie games are hard to come by, like really good ones. That's not true. There are so many great indie games. It's sifting through all of them. And the point of Game Raven is to help direct you to indie games that are really wonderful and very worth it. And if you're social like us, and if you like playing games with other people, this is a great panel for you to be at. I'm guessing that's why you're here. So, on Sunday nights, every Sunday night, our team gets together to play some of our favorite multiplayer games. And these two head up our Raven games, which is really wonderful. They have really brought us a lot of wonderful games. So we're going to share with you some of our favorites from over the years. And we're going to start with Tez.
Yes. My first game, and we also have trailers for these in case you want to check them out in the next slides. But my first game is Valheim, released early last year. Great game, great crafting, PlayStation 1 graphics with PS5 lighting. Beautiful game, very well done. And I'll talk more about it after the trailer.
Yes. Okay, let's see if this works.
there you go. That was Valheim, a trailer of Valheim, developed by Iron Gate AB, released February 2nd, 2021. If you guys remember the hype on Steam when it first came out. Who's played Valheim?
Woo!
You played Valheim? If you haven't already, highly recommend. I know this is a multiplayer indie panel, but it is available to you in kind of like Minecraft. You can just play it on your own. Start your own server. We have a Game Raven team server that I'm currently building, and I have a dedicated hardware for, so that anybody can hop in and play. It's, I believe, up to 12 players. Is that 1 to 10 players, and it's great. So grab 9 of your friends and conquer Valheim together. And what I love about this game is that it, there's crafting. There's no like hunger level, because technically you're already dead, right? This is the in between Midgard and Valhalla. You got to test your might. And what I love about it is because the Greylings, the starter things that you fight, those are actually like bad people. Like literally, they died and turned into Greylings and now stuck in Valheim. So I don't feel guilty about beating them up because you have all these stats that you can build your character for. When it comes to fist fighting or like unarmed fighting, spears, knives, shield, all that kind of combat stuff. Great crafting systems. You have to actually like make your similar. And it's very similar to Minecraft if you know anything about crafting stuff and digging for ore and copper and bronze and all that stuff. And it's really a good time. And you can bring in your friends to help you fight the 5 bosses that are amongst the entire world. And what I love about it is that you can actually fall off the edge of the world because the world's flat. And if you sail far enough.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it is. Someone early on dedicated themselves to sail all the way to the end of the map, and they just fell.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, waterfall. Whew.
This one over here is a flat earther.
Yeah,
just
great.
so you know.
It could happen. But what brings this game what makes this game kind of pop out for me, especially when it comes to multiplayer, is that, say I have a character and I have my own world, and Dark Isle has his own world, his own character. The worlds and the characters are separate of each other. So I can take my guy, my character that I've built 60, 100 hours into, and I can take that into Dark Isle's world and rock those stats. Or you can even just start a new character and go start fresh and hop in anybody else's world, anybody else's server, or random. There's a lot of Discord servers and Reddit and things like that just for support of hopping into someone's creative server or PvP server. If you are interested in that kind of stuff. So that is Valheim. Highly recommend you checking it out.
Or you could sneak into this server and cause some havoc without them knowing.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep. That's also fun.
Don't touch our house. My seaside chateau.
Yeah, you like to have the Greylings as your neighbors.
I do. The first time I ever played one of those Greylings, I don't know if it was it was a bug. It had to be a bug. He just like would walk through my camp and he wouldn't try to attack me. He'd just like hover, and I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, okay, William. Like, hi, nice to meet you. It's just the neighbor dude.
Yeah, yet I had trolls spawning on me. I don't
Yeah.
know how you guys had such luck.
Yeah.
I had that on my first
Oh,
Yep,
man.
yep.
Yes, really great. Dark Isle, what is your game that you enjoy?
My game is called Shapes and Beats.
Y'all know it?
So it was 2019. We were at MAGWest. I didn't know them at the time, but we met at MAGWest, and during our first day, we ended up coming across Berserk Studios, and they had that game right there. And it was still in beta, but we could buy into it at the time. And we had a great time demoing it, and I love the game. I have it for the Switch, and I've also got it for the PC, and I can't get enough of it, but I can't get people to play with me because it's hard. But
It is hard, yes.
the music, oh, I love it. It's like once you start feeling it, you're just really going with it.
Yeah.
But, here's the trailer.
Yeah. 10? Okay.
So yeah, my best part of it is like just watching my friends squirm when they come over and do couch co-op. I definitely recommend it. If you ever play this, trying to get them to do that, and I had them do it after we had a few drinks, and they're like, "This is not the time for us to do this." But I was still. The cool part is when you get knocked out, you're like floating away, and you can just zoom in and then save them. So it's pretty easy. You just move around and you could zip, and by hitting one button, you're invulnerable for about a split second, and that's how you end up like surviving most of these maps. But what's really cool about it is there's some actual DJs that are there, like Monster Cat, and my favorite song that's a part of it is Mortal Kombat. By far is the hardest part because you just happen to go past Liu Kang, who's bicycle kicking across the map. And yeah, so it's cool. You got your solo campaign. You could also do multiplayer. So there's even a hardcore mode, which is we just tried the other day on Raven Party, and oh man, it is rough.
I was overly confident of our abilities.
Yeah, we got some maps down, and it's just like, oh, we're not there yet. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. Wish I could play it more.
Yeah, it's a lot of stimulation visually too.
But there's still quite a lot playing it by yourself too. So
yeah.
And then there's also a mode where you can't die. So that's a good way to have your friends
That's
join
my
in
mode.
too. So you can play it online and you just play through the maps and listen to music.
Nice. Awesome. Well, mine's a little different. It's called Potion Party. I love Potion Party. It is by RP Games, and it is freaking adorable. We have played this for our charity streams before, and have had our team play this game and review it. Super small developer. And it is basically you and up to 3 friends run an alchemy shop. And your job is to defend your shop from ghosts and thieves and little guys that look like gumdrops. And to overcome challenges throughout the game and earn money and upgrade your shop and characters. I don't know about you, but I love building sims and I love farming sims and all that stuff. I also really love Overcooked. And if you've played Overcooked and you're looking for a small indie game where you can run an alchemy shop, highly recommend Potion Party. So here is the trailer for this one. Isn't it so cute? Oh my god. Oh no, I don't want you to play again. To the next one, please. Okay, there we go. So that's Potion Party. I love this game, and you can also play solo. don't recommend. It's kind of like Overcooked. Like I think you can also play solo in Overcooked, but it's literally impossible. And the more people you have, it's a lot easier. I saw that they have, you can play against other players, which I actually haven't played that mode yet, so I'm really looking forward to that. We played the multiplayer version during a 24-hour stream, and we completed the entire campaign, I think, in 4 hours. And that was really intense and fun. And there's just like so many cute things you can do in this game. It's great. It was released in April of 2021, so not that long ago. It is on PC, PS4, and it's on the Switch. And you can have up to 4 players, and it's like couch co-op, but there's also remote play, so that's how we usually play it on Steam. Remote play with people who are your friends who are not physically with you. So, and guess what? There is a free demo available for this game. I personally love it when indie games have demos for a lot of reasons, and this one happens to be one of those. It's very worth it. So, highly recommend Potion Party, especially if you like Overcooked and all that stuff. All right. Taz, you are next.
Yes. My second game is Don't Starve Together. I have a love-hate, I have a like-hate relationship with this game.
I agree.
Yeah. Swear to God, because just run the thing.
Okay. Please hold.
A like-hate relationship.
It heard you.
Oh,
Yeah, right? It heard you. It's like,
Good.
yeah, I don't think I liked it either. Oh, here it is. Oh my God, I've never seen the giant firefly.
Yeah, we never get that far.
Oh my God.
yeah.
We're struggling, man. So, Don't Starve Together was developed by Cly Entertainment, April 21st, 2016, as a multiplayer expansion to its solo base game, Don't Starve. You can still play this game by yourself. Wouldn't recommend. Even having 6 people, it's still difficult because it's like an incidental hardcore survival crafting game. This game is amazing. It's just hard because there is hunger, there is sanity, which like you have to like go through an entire Reddit thread of like how sanity system works and which character loses sanity based on what thing, right? Because if you're playing with some folks, right, and someone, dies, they have to depending on how your settings go, like you have to craft a little heart thing to like revive them. But as a ghost, you can't like really hang around your party and like talk to them because being a ghost decreases their sanity, and then they can just die and go crazy. And it's it is wild because it's procedurally generated. You can change the settings however you will. Very sandbox like. But like I mentioned earlier to Puppet, we haven't seen that yet because we barely get 10 days into it before it gets. It's hard, right? And like I don't know, we haven't even figured out a good system to start. We finally found the setting to make it. You have to go back to your starting gate, as a ghost to revive. However, that decreases your health maximum level
Yeah.
by like a certain percentage based on what character you are. Even the characters themselves, I always do this like the original starter guy because he has less crazy stats because there's this other person who's like you were playing this on the 24-hour stream or something. You played a character that is too
Oh my God, he's so bougie. He
Because-
doesn't want to eat anything unless I cook it, and I'm like, what?
in a crock pot that you start
Yeah.
with, but like no, what is that? Some marsupial? No, I'm good. I gotta turn that some meatballs and make it all fancy with some garnish and whatnot.
Right. Anyway, I starved a couple times.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, we don't want to deal with you in our camp anymore.
And it is a great game, and I believe 1 to 6 players, and with mods and stuff, you can add more players to the server, and it's great. And what I always like to tell myself is that as long as I didn't die because I was starving, I didn't lose. Because the game is called Don't Starve, and if I didn't do that, then I didn't lose. I didn't win, but I didn't lose. So.
I'm still winning.
I'm still working on it.
What usually happens is one of your friends has like this big animal going after it, and then you die trying to save your friend.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what.
And then they're still alive and just.
And then it
chilling.
becomes dark, and then they're coming after you too. So
Oh, yeah, in the dark. Yeah. Yep.
when you can manage that, you'll get farther. You
Yeah.
haven't managed that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you have the means, highly recommend.
Yes. It's a great one. How many of you have actually played that game? Oh, that makes me happy that only a few, because we're sharing some great games here, y'all.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's
Really
so
hard to struggle.
good. Next one.
All right, so Pummel Party. Taz actually, this was like one of our first games we played for Raven Party, and I was like, wait, there's a game that's like Mario Party, but better? What? No way. There's no way. And we hopped into it. We got proceeded to get beaten by King over and over, but like it was just so much fun because the variety of games that are with it were just like up to like what 60 or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here, check out the trailer. All right, so Pummel Party.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's a flaw of mine. I'm sorry.
It's developed by Rebuilt Games, was released on September 20th, 2018, and you could have up to 4 to 8 players. I definitely recommend the 8-player part. And if you play 8 players, be on Discord.
Yeah.
Just don't outshine your friends too much, because what happened was after the second round, I was picked on by all 7 players. So then it just became a mayhem of, let's see if Dark Isle could actually withstand the rest of the rounds. But I still
Yep.
got like 2nd or 3rd place. But there's items that will shoot you from across the map. And
Yeah, you can target other players.
oh yeah, it's like, oh, here's some Mario Kart with a lot of blue shells.
Yeah.
But once you play the games, though, like one of the games you saw there was slapping dynamite onto your friend and just running away. So that's like their version of tag. And yeah, no, I don't know. All the games are fun. I mean, you didn't get to see the airplane one.
Oh God.
There's one where you're literally running up a hill and you're just trying to find the best route to not get hit by all these falling cars.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
It's just there's just so much variety. You could switch things up. It's also somewhat like where Mario Party you could add in extra stars or whatever. I forgot what they call what you would get in that
Trophies?
game. The trophies.
Yeah,
the trophies.
yeah.
And you could actually get stuff for most damage, so you could turn that on. So it's like, wait, this person was in last place, but he caught up to first place because all these extra things that we put in. this wasn't supposed to happen. But if you're just not paying attention, you end up losing. But some of those games could be up to 4 or 5 hours, so depending on what you put on.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, though.
What I would recommend is don't practice the mini games, or you'll be called a cheater.
Oh my God, he practices them by himself. Like this one, he wins every time, and we're like, we think he's cheating. I really still think you might be cheating. Like, I don't know.
You can play with online folks with just mini games
Oh my
instead of the board
gosh.
thing. So doing that doesn't make me a cheater.
I do that in Mario Party all the time.
Oh, you practice the mini games? Okay, maybe I'm just not with it or something. I'm like, what? You play this game when you're not with your friends? Like, yeah, okay.
You guys are tryhards.
100%.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with practice.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. All right. Great game, though. So funny. All right, I think we're to our last game, our last recommended game. We have a lot more, obviously, but these were some of our favorites. This one, in my opinion, blows all of the others out of the water, which is why, and I made the slideshow, so I got to put mine last, so I could say that, is V Rising. See, the other games didn't get that response. V Rising, it's so good. So Valheim, the first game that you saw, is very similar to V Rising. It's open world sandbox, like, survival build. But in this, you get to be a vampire, and you get to build a castle, which is kind of a dream of mine. I'm not gonna lie.
Have servants.
Yes, and have servants. Like Emmy and I, we love this game. It is perfect. So I'm gonna show you the trailer really quick, and then tell you a little bit more. Not gonna lie, I have goosebumps now. Like, I love this game so much. Oh my God. So it's by Stunlock Studios, and if you couldn't tell, like, in my opinion, this is like a AAA level game. It was made by like 30 people. That's a lot of love and passion that has been put into this game, because not only are the graphics amazing and the gameplay, but also the story is compelling as well. Like, there's so many bosses in this game, and you get different abilities and different crafting abilities and different items from different bosses. And personally, I think that the crafting and the combat have a really good balance, which is really hard to come by in games like this. So highly recommend this. You can also play with up to 60 players on your server, which is amazing to me. I've been looking for an open world MMO RPG like this, and it's only in early access. Like, It just came out, like May 17th, yeah. It just came out, and it's already such a fantastic game. I personally haven't come across too many bugs in the game, and I've put in quite a few hours, which is very impressive for an early access game that was made by 30 people. Very amazing. Additional info, vampire. Did you put that in? I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, and you can also play solo as well. And you can have your own world. And my personal favorite thing is to create a little rodent machine thing that makes little rats. And then they run around, and I have my family. And it's so great. It's good, yes. There's also a lot of customization. So when you go in, you can customize how the world reacts to you. And so if you are somebody who like doesn't care about gathering resources, and you're like, I don't want to be chopping trees this entire time, you can adjust the settings so you don't have to do that. So you can focus mainly on the combat, or taking on bosses, or building your castle, or whatever. And that personally to me is really wonderful. Another part of the game that at first I found quite annoying was, guess what? As a vampire, you don't like sunlight, and it hurts you. Oh my gosh. In the settings, you can reduce the daylight hours. So what I like to do is just put it as low as possible. But if you like a challenge, and if you're like, hardcore gamer, you can totally adjust all you can. I'm a comfy gamer, so like I don't want to be uncomfortable when I'm playing games, so I like to just have a little bit of sunlight. It's
so sorry because of that. It's so hilarious because she'll be, we played together a couple hours, and she'll be like, crafting, making our castle all nice and stuff, and I'm in the middle of combat getting my butt whooped because I thought she was behind me. And I yell at her at Discord. I'm like, "Where are you?" She's like, "I'm making our house. I'm making our castle, dude."
I don't know.
I'm like,
you seem like you were doing great.
Oh my god, this is a 2-person job, and I'm by myself. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not the best team player in combat. I'm sorry. Like if it looks bad, I'm out. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my little castle and be all comfy. Like I'll have food for you when you come back, but
That's fair.
And it looks pretty too. Yeah, so you can play single player. It's online and LAN PvP, and again up to 60 players, which is really great. So there you go. I highly recommend V Rising. It's very wonderful. What time is it? How much time do we have? We have 5 minutes. Well, really quick, does anybody have any recommendations of their own that they want to share super quick? Yes.
I just have a question. Do you know when V Rising is going to leave early access and like become a full game? I know there's a couple regions that haven't been shared yet, like the middle of the map and like that mountain area.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about that yet?
They're constantly updating, so but I don't think they've announced anything, not that I've seen.
Expect the full release of V Rising Q1 of 2023.
This is why we have Taz. Because I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm so excited for more regions and stuff. There's so much in that game already. I can't imagine them adding more. It's just incredible. So thanks for your question. Oh, yes. I like your shirt.
Thanks. Super Animal Royale.
Yes. Top down. Okay, Super Animal Royale. Great top down battle royale game. Super fun. Cute little animals with guns. We love it.
Isn't it free to play too?
Free to play.
It's free to play too,
On
yeah.
PC and Switch.
And you create new animals in a lab while you play.
Yes.
The more you play, the more you can create new animals to play as.
Yep. Super.
Animal Royale.
Yeah. Super Animal Royale.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yep, we played that a few times on our Raven parties. Yeah.
We got a win a couple weeks ago. That was great. Our first one.
Yeah, we did.
Don't tell them that.
We got a win.
We win all the time. What
We
are you-
won the first time after years.
One
One
time.
time.
I know. Okay, also, I'm the person who gets into the hamster ball, and I will run. the moment danger comes, I'm like, bye y'all. They're like, where's Puppet? I'm in the hamster ball. Oh my God. Yeah, so there we go. I saw a hand. Do you want to share one really quick?
Actually, I do have one. Released back on the Wii, the Big Chip series is one I would recommend the most. It's basically like games that are rhythm games, but they're different. Like, you ever heard of the game Runner? Like 1 or 2, 1 or 3?
Yes.
Well, it started off on the Wii, and every game is different. Whereas like Big Chip is like Pong, but it plays like it's a rhythm game, like music.
Oh,
and
nice.
It's like now you have to like catch these beats and like at the perfect time. And then void is like you're controlling like this black ball and you have to like dodge these like these black dots and avoid the white dots and then like shrink down at the perfect size.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Runner, which is one of my favorite games of all time. It's an endless runner and you like level up like the song goes on and collecting like gold and like every time you like collect all the gold in that stage, you take like this Atari stage that is like a bonus stage. And then Fate is like a shooter, like it's like a shooter of it's like a shooter like arcade style. And then the final game is basically like the same game as the first game, but it's more the background is more like interesting. And all those games that I remember were created by just 3 people.
Wow, that's awesome.
wow.
Love games like that.
I really highly recommend it, like one of my favorite series. But I would like be careful like getting it on the PC because they're a little bit busted.
Okay,
Because,
they were originally on the Wii, you said?
They were originally on the Wii.
I have never heard of a game recommendation that was originally on the Wii. That's hilarious. Indie game.
Yeah, I actually remember having this compilation that came with the CD soundtrack called Big Chip Complete. Now it's become one of the rarest games out there. And I actually got it signed by the developer.
Yo!
Came down to my game shop and I was like, I actually told him I actually worked on like Big Chip, one of my favorite games of all time. And I could see the smile on his face.
That's
he was really
awesome.
surprised on that.
Are you saying Bit Chip?
Big Trip.
Bit Trip. Okay, I thought you were saying something else, and I was like,
it's hard
whoa.
to understand.
Yeah, no, the masks do not help. Yeah, I was like, cool.
I recommend all of those series. It's like
Bit
it's a
Trip,
series that doesn't
sweet.
get appreciated.
Yeah,
Wow.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you so much for sharing. If you're not already a part of our Discord, we would love for you to send a link to that as well. And if you have any other recommendations, please join us on Discord. You can just find us on GameRavenReview.com or at our socials and tag us. Let us know what your favorite multiplayer indies are. We would love, love, love to hear from you. Well, I have been your host for this panel. My name is Puppet Master N. It's not my name, it's my handle, but you can call me Puppet. And you can find me on all the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all the things. Taz.
Yes, I'm Taz. You can find me at TazTDevil3 on all the social medias. I co-host with Dark Isle Sunday nights Raven parties, where we play these multiplayer games, as well as I stream on the Game Raven Review Twitch channel Monday nights as well as I'm part of the podcast editing team, but also I'm a co-host on the podcast as well.
And I'm Dark Isle, and I stream Thursdays, 5 p.m. I'm doing MAGWest 2 right now. That just came out on August 4th. And yeah, also Raven parties where we've been finding new games and playing some old ones too. It's been a lot of fun. And I'm also Dark Isle on Twitter and Instagram. It's darkisle_. But yeah, thank you a lot for coming along. It's been
Yeah,
fun.
thank you guys so much. Ta-da! Also, don't hesitate to say hi if you see somebody
Yeah,
with a Raven
definitely.
shirt.